$20 on a pair of shorts. Yeah. It's also the time it takes to manufacture. I'm asking made in Denver, the Health Fund Action, the Denver Alliance for Food Health Response. Workers make $15 an hour minimum wage at our co-op. So they go from 20 to 10, and in a car you just see. Am I gonna be here? Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. You are live at the Colorado State Capitol with yours truly, Cut the Plastic. There's a crowd. You're gonna hear, you're gonna see, we're gonna be doing masks, hanging out. Yes, I might have a few of this one. It's the green one there. You just have so many. Well, now let's bring the coat on the phone with me, huh? So, how big is the item you're trying to throw away? So I was dumped down the drain and now put something in the back. Now the question is, do you want water? No, I'm not going to.
Heard about this and called Janet. Asked her if she was going to be here. She didn't know about it.
I don't know how she doesn't know about it. Oh yeah, how you doing? Yeah. Huh? Only if she doesn't. I suggest Make something better. Make something else.
Yeah, I found
Or I have to go with a different style.
They know we are doing all that we can to put them back on here so that they can be here with us when they belong. That the Denver Police Department arrested these and other anti-racist organizers in a coordinated assault with the Aurora Police Department and Arapahoe and Adams County courts. They arrested organizers within hours of each other while they were shopping, driving, and in their own homes. And right now, the organizers who are arrested are being held on what are clearly trumped up, ludicrous felony charges, including the bizarre charge of kidnapping. So we are here today to demand their immediate release. And that all of the charges against them be dropped. Because we know that these organizers have committed no crime. It is DPD and APD that are the criminals here. And it is District Attorney Daniel Young who has refused to prosecute the police who murdered Elijah McClain, who is criminal. The anti-racist organizers who have been arrested have been targeted because they are political organizers, because they have organized large Black Lives Matter protests, because they have played a lead role here in Denver in the movement during the uprising that started in May with the murder of George Floyd. That is why they are being targeted. It's because of the work. It's because of their leadership in this movement. It is because these organizers have been here with y'all, with the people, consistently since the uprising began, demanding justice and an end to the war on Black America. That's why they're locked up. So this attack on the Denver anti-racist movement and the PSL is a part of a concerted national assault on the Black Lives Matter movement, an attack driven from the White House, the governor's mansions, and from local police and police departments around the country. The type of repression that we're seeing here in Denver is now being used in an effort to put down one of the largest protest movements in U.S. history. And that movement is being attacked because its aim is to expose the brutality of the police, because it is aimed at exposing the crimes of the racist capitalist system for the world to see, because it is demanding justice for all victims of police brutality. And so we know that every social movement in the past has faced such repression, and we will stand up to face it again. We will not be deterred. We will not be defeated. We will not stop fighting. We will not be afraid, because the anti-racist movement is a just movement, and it is an essential movement, and it is a growing movement. And the organizers who have been arrested could have been any of us, and that is why we all must stand together. They have committed no crimes, but only devoted themselves to the struggle for justice. That is again why they have been targeted and rounded up, because they dared to struggle, to fight back. And that's why we're here today, to demand that they be freed and the charges against them be dropped, and we will be successful in that struggle. They will be freed, and the anti-racist movement will continue to grow because we stand here together. Thank you. Let's give it a round of applause to our comrade Maritza. One more time, y'all. When Black lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. When activist lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. That's what I'm talking about, yo. That is what I'm talking about. Next up here, we have Lindsay Mentor, a long-time organizer in this movement. Y'all need to give a big round of applause up for Lindsay. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. And it's been an interesting week, hasn't it? Yeah. So just like she said, what do? We stand up, we fight back. I want to call out Phil Weiser. We voted for you, Mr. Weiser. This is happening in your state, Mr. Weiser. You came to my house and had a conversation with me on my porch, Mr. Weiser, when you were running for office, and you said that this stuff would not happen. And what are we here? It happens. Chief Wilson, all through the uprising and us making noise for Elijah McClain, Chief Wilson talked about building bridges. She talked about reaching out to community leaders. Is this how you reach out to community leaders?
Hell no.
Is this how you reach out to community leaders?
Pharisee bridges!
Y'all, it's a time. Like, we've had promises made and broken, and it's time to not only be in the streets protesting, but getting into that voter box and demanding that our elected officials keep their promises. Because I am tired of broken promises. And I'm one of those people that will get in, run for office possibly, do whatever I have to do to make sure that we have people that are for the people making decisions about the people. In 1969, Black Panther Party leaders were targeted and neutralized by being assassinated, imprisoned, publicly humiliated, and falsely charged with crimes. Kidnapping, y'all? That's an embarrassment. You are purposely trying to embarrass the leaders of this movement. You are purposely trying to ruin their futures, make them not eligible for jobs, and hold them in jail unjustly. This is false. We are innocent. Nobody kidnapped anybody. You have to move people 3 feet to be kidnapped. Nobody moved anybody 3 feet or lost in prison anybody for 3 feet. Nobody put hands on 3 feet. I know I was there. I didn't touch nobody. Listen. You know, the crowd is a little bit smaller than I expected, and I'm going to speak on that for a second, because the fear that these arrests have put in the hearts of regular people who have 9-to-5 jobs, regular people who are just joining the movement and afraid to stand up. And I want to say to those people, don't be scared. Don't let them scare you. This is not the time to be scared. Fear is false evidence appearing real. It's false evidence appearing real. We don't have time for fear. We have to take this time, and the time is now for us to move and change the world. We're changing the world. How is it that people protesting murder of Elijah McClain are arrested, but the killer cops that killed Elijah McClain are at home in their beds with their money and still being paid? This is hypocritical. You can't say that you believe in law and order and not actually believe in law and order. So if we're following the laws and we're charging people with crimes, you need to do it even-handedly across the board, whether you're right-wing or left-wing, you're Republican or a Democrat. Everybody needs to be charged equally, correct? So what are we here watching? We're watching 1969 COINTELPRO repeat itself. History is repeating itself. And we already went down this road. So we're going to stop this road, we're going to navigate it, and we're going to change it. Because obviously what was changed in the past didn't stay, and we have to make the laws stronger, and we have to fight for the people, or we have to create a government where the people have the voice. And that might be a new government. Listen. I know that people are afraid because William Barr is in the White House talking about he's going to charge people with sedition. Sedition, really? This land is stolen land in the first place. We are us weren't even visitors to Real Talk. We were forced to be here. So we're gonna make this stuff work for everybody. And
I'll help them out.
You can't make the laws work for some people and not all, and then expect us to settle for that. There's too many of us. There's more of us than there is of people who are in charge. So we need to remember that at all times. Everybody else who's speaking up, they're gonna harass you. They're gonna come. They're gonna try to get you to snitch because that's how COINTELPRO works, and it's serious. They're gonna try to get your phones. So hide your phones or encrypt your phones. And I'm not trying to spread fear, but the tactics that the police are using right now are COINTELPRO tactics. Interrogate people, charge them with 15, 23 crimes, and expect them to plead to one. We're not pleading to anything. Listen, we are completely innocent. At no point were these charges justified. We are innocent. Drop the charges. Drop the charges. Say drop the charges. Drop the charges. Free our comrades. Free our comrades. Because this is just a media blitz. And I appreciate the media for keeping some of us safe. I just have to say that. Because when your cameras are watching, they can't do the stuff in the light in front of the people. It's what's done in the dark. But what's done in the dark will come to light. What's done in the dark, what's done in your secret boardroom, what's done in your secret meetings, it will come to light. And we're shedding light. We are a force of light. We are light against the darkness. Some of y'all want to be darkness against darkness. I'm cool with that. But we are light against the darkness, and we're going to elevate and illuminate all of these things that are being done.
Fire lights the way.
Last but not least, well, second to last but not least, there's a quote, but I'm going to modify and remix it. And it says, first they came for the socialists. Look at all my brothers and sisters over here. Look at who they chose to arrest, the socialists. Regardless of what your political beliefs are, and who you stand for, and who you support, they came for the socialists, and nobody stood up.
We're standing up.
They came, we are standing up. Right? We're here, we're standing up. We're not going to let this repeat. Then they came for the trade unionists, and we've seen all the stuff going on with the school boards and, the working class people, and they'll come for them, in the future and say, oh, you guys don't deserve $12 an hour or $15 an hour or a living wage period in Colorado, in the Mile High Income City, as Brother Jeff would say. And we're going to stand up for them too. They came for the Jews, LGBTQIAP, the Hispanics, and the immigrants, and we're standing up for them too. We have been standing up for them all summer. We have leave anybody out of this movement for lives, for Black lives. It's inclusive. It's not exclusive like some people would like to say. We're not the ones calling the division. The Aurora Police, the Arapahoe County DA, the Adams County DA, Dave Young, the murderer, they're all causing division, and we're trying to bring everybody together. So when they come for you, and when they come for me, who's going to be left? I want you guys to say, well, if we're going to be here, I'm going to stand up. So say stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. I'm here to stand up. I'm here to stand up. Time's up. Time's up. Arrest the killers of Elijah McClain. Arrest the killers of Elijah McClain. Arrest the killers of Nacelis Carter. Arrest the killers of Nacelis Carter. Where is LaShaya Stein? Where is LaShaya Stein? It took you guys 8 days to look for this little girl. And you guys know that it takes 48 hours to have the leads. Where is LaShaya Stein? Where is LaShaya Stein? Y'all, this government.
Where is LaShaya Stein?
Woo, this government is failing us. So we have to say,
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
it is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support one another.
We must love and support one another.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
This isn't the end of the speaking program, so we're not going to repeat that. But I just want y'all to feel that energy and keep it in the back of your mind, because it is our duty to fight for our freedom, and it is our duty to win. And we must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Give it up one more time for Lindsay, y'all. Louder! I need to hear louder! That's what I'm talking about. Next up, we have our friend Keezy from the Black Lives Matter. Give it up for our friend Keezy. Oh, this crowd is bigger than I thought. First, can I have a conversation with y'all though? I don't want to just talk at y'all. Let's have a conversation.
Okay.
Am I the only one who is pissed?
No. No.
Am I the only one who is scared?
No.
But am I the only one who knows history?
No.
Okay, so we know what they're trying to do, right?
Right.
They want to silence all of us, right?
Yeah.
We won't let them do that, right?
No.
At the next demonstration, the crowd will be 3 times bigger than this, right?
Yes.
Because we're not scared. So I want to touch on COINTELPRO again because it was effective in the 60s and the 70s, right? But we live in 2020. We have all of the resources we need at our fingertips, right? So we won't let it be successful this time, right? I'm not convinced. We won't let it be successful this time, right? Okay, I guess. I don't really believe y'all. We won't let this be successful this time, right? We won't. So we have to do away with that fear. Fear is normal. It's normal to be scared, but right now ain't the time. Think about how much fear the people who were murdered by the police felt in their last seconds. That's nothing compared to what we feel, right? So we must continue to fight for political prisoners, all political prisoners. Political prisoners who have been there for decades, political prisoners who have been there for days. We have to fight for everyone because we're all being targeted. And I think that's all I have to say. Like, I'm not feeling anything else in my spirit right now. I love you too. So, anytime I finish speaking, I always do a Sadish chant. So, get prepared to do it 3 more times. All right, repeat after me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other.
We must love each other
And protect each other.
and protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
If you are able to, please raise your right fist in the air. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other
We must love each other
and protect each other.
and protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
All right, now I want you so loud that your ancestors hear you, all right? It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love each other
We must love each other
and protect each other.
and protect each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
Y'all know we only just getting started, right? We ain't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet, okay? Give it up one more time for Keezy with Black Lives Matter. Up next, we have Miss Denise Northam. Miss Denise, oh, there you are. Give it up for Miss Denise, y'all.
That's funny, you knew I was looking for you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Denise Northam, Joel Northam.
Oh no.
Joel Northam, my son, has been incarcerated
Thank you.
by the police. He is a political prisoner. There is no doubt about it. He's a political prisoner. And we know what they're going to do now. They're going to try and demonize him. They're going to try and make him seem like he's something he's not. They're going to put mug shots on him that make him look like he's a hoodlum. He is not. My son is one of the greatest people I know.
Yes, yes.
Aside from my husband and maybe my other two kids. But I just want to show and tell you who Joel is. This is a picture of Joel when he was a baby. I don't know if you can see that third middle finger sticking out. That could have been signs of something to come. My son Joel is a music prodigy. Now, he does not acknowledge that now, but he was. When he was 2 years old, we could put him in the car, he could hear something on the radio and come in the house and play it on the piano. He is a savant, possibly. He is brilliant. He brought joy to our family all the time. He's well-versed and well-traveled. This is our family. We have a strong family unit. 2 parents, 4 kids. This is our trip to Italy together in 2002. This is Joel taking it all in. This is my son Joel, graduating cum laude from college. Two degrees in 4 years. 2 degrees in 4 years. This is who my son is. This is my son in his music days, singing in preparation for auditions with the Metropolitan Opera. This is who my son is. We were a family of pets. We love pets in our family, except Joel. He wasn't so crazy about the dogs licking him and pee he had to clean up. This summer, this picture was taken just a few months ago. I left with a little puppy at the house. The puppy started to cry. Joel took the puppy, put him on his lap, and comforted him. This is who my son is. This is who my son is. He is still fighting for the underdog, as he has done every day of his life that I know about. I am from a law enforcement family. I have uncles, cousins who are police officers. I was talking to one of them yesterday. He was an officer when Martin Luther King Jr. was shot. He was given an order to arrest Stokely Carmichael because they knew Carmichael was about to continue Martin Luther King Jr.'s protests, and they wanted him out of the way. And my relative defied that order. Why can't we have police who stand up for what is right? Why do they miss one? Why do they agree to these things that are so egregious to the people? Why? Why? Where is the conviction? Where is the conviction of character? Where are people like my uncle? Where? And why can't we get that in the police department? This is absurd, and I know what I'm talking about because I am the wife of a law enforcement person, and I am the niece of law enforcement people, and I am the cousin of law enforcement people. So I know of what I speak. I just want to tell you a little bit more about Joel, if you don't mind. circuit court that exposed millions of dollars of fraud from a physical therapist's office. Pro se, I took it on. Finally, the Department of Regulatory Agencies agreed with me, and it's on their record that they did this. They messed with the wrong black mama. I will fight for my son with everything I have. Joel is brilliant. He started reading our Franklin Mint leather-bound books when he was in 4th grade. He started with Rousseau. He has an incredible sense of humor. I don't know if you guys know that, but he is one of the funniest people I know. He was offered an audition with the Metropolitan Opera. As I said, he graduated from college cum laude, 2 degrees, 4 years. He and every single one of his siblings, all 4 of them, were the Colorado Springs Gazette's best and brightest when they graduated from high school. We're a Christian family. I hope that doesn't offend you all. He used to take his Bible to school with him, and he would underline passages that were meaningful to him. But then, when his peers found out, went to a very conservative charter school. And when his peers found out that he could be a Democrat, they said, "You can't be a real Christian if you're a Democrat." Seems to me that Jesus had a few socialist tendencies. Joel stopped going to youth groups after that. He was chosen for the AXO national competition. We sent him out to New York on a Thursday with $200. He was going to be gone till Sunday. Friday night, we get a phone call. "Mom, I need more money." "Joel, why do you need more money? You're taking care of everything." "Because I gave all the money I had to people on the street who said they needed it, and I knew I could get more from you." That's who my son is. That's who my son is. He is loving, caring, and he has the heart for the least of these, which is what Jesus calls us to do. The least of these. And that is my son's heart. And now he's being persecuted by the state and by those who support Trump's regime, or this government's regime. He's being persecuted. Let me just make a few comments, if you don't mind, from my perspective as a Christian. John 2:9, I believe, 2:19. The Pharisees, who I liken to today's establishment, were trying to trap Jesus. And they were saying that, he said he would tear down this temple. And Jesus said, "If you tear down this temple, I will rebuild it in 3 days." Speaking of his resurrection. They took it literally. And to me, when the police say that one of your comrades, the female, I can't recall her name, said that perhaps they were going to tear down the establishment, Lillian, that is so akin to what Jesus was saying. It's hyperbole. It's a way of expressing yourself. And what I know was meant was that this Pharisaical government needs to be rebuilt. Just like Jesus said, he would rebuild the temple. Jesus has been our role model. And I am grieved because as a family in Colorado Springs, we have sat in white evangelical churches. We have raised our children in white evangelical churches. We have studied. We have gone to youth groups. 87% of white evangelicals support the things Trump is doing. That I was saddened. For 2 years, I have cried and I have been grieved because the people I have loved, broke bread with, shared holidays with, support what is happening to my people, to my sons, people that they love, and still vote for Donald Trump, 87%. And so now I'm just pissed off. Donald Trump is an anti-Christ. Make no mistake about it. He is an anti-Christ. He is a pathological liar. God says Satan is the father of lies. Donald Trump, could he be called a Satan? He lies pathologically. God says the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Donald Trump and the Republicans and anybody else who follows after the almighty dollar will not inherit the kingdom of heaven. So how can Christians support this craziness? How? How do they support it? Why do they support it? I don't understand it. Don't understand it at all. There are so many other things I could share. Adultery. Donald Trump is a serial adulterer. How can you, and a sex offender, how can a Christian support a serial adulterer and sex offender? Now let me just say one thing about their excuse. They can't support anybody who supports abortion. Main excuse that I hear. Let me just say this. According to my Bible, if you have not reached the age of accountability, meaning an infant, and you die, you immediately are in the arms of Jesus. Immediately. If you are an adult and have reached the age of accountability and have not reconciled with your God, you may not be reconciled with him for eternity if you believe that, which I do. So taking the lives of grown black men, taking the lives of people because of COVID and they don't have health care, taking the lives of any adult from an eternal perspective is far more detrimental than the life of an innocent child who is in the arms of Jesus as we speak. This is not acceptable. I am not happy, and I will tell you, there is a difference between the white evangelical church and the black church. I no longer associate myself as a quote evangelical because I do not want anything to do with a church that supports us. And by the way, maybe they should lose their tax exempt status. I know there are people here with so many different beliefs. My family is very much that way. We have a rainbow coalition in our family. 2 of my daughter-in-laws are white. 1 of them is Jewish. My future son-in-law is Hispanic. We have a lot of talks. We have a lot of discussions. Some of them don't go so well. But we love them, and they love us. And let me tell you what arresting my son has done. It has brought me out here to call to account white evangelical Christians. It has brought my husband out here, who is law enforcement. It has caused my daughter-in-laws to get on, my white daughter-in-laws, to get on their extensive networks in support of my son. So they put Joel in jail, but exponentially they got a lot more than they were probably bargaining for. I love Joel. I thank you all for giving me this time.
Free Joel, y'all. Free all the comrades, all political prisoners. Now, let me hear it. Get louder. Get louder. This is a good one. Come on. I want our people in jail to hear it. I want the people across the way to hear it. Get louder. One more time for me. Louder. Clap it up. Clap it up. If we don't get no justice, I said if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
if we don't get no justice,
They don't get no peace.
that's what I'm talking about, y'all. All right, so the next person we have speaking is Comrade Nate for the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Give it up for Nate.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Give it up for yourselves. So today, we are here in a struggle that has been going on for decades on decades. This is the same fight our comrades before us fought. Comrades like George Jackson and Assata Shakur. And so many more. Revolutionaries around the world have been fighting against the same rotten, racist, capitalist, imperialist system that has murdered Elijah McClain and imprisoned our comrades. Comrades from all over the world, from Morocco, Tunisia, Nepal, Bangladesh, Italy, Spain, Brazil, Argentina, Ghana, South Africa, and so many more have expressed their solidarity with the anti-racist movement in Denver. So we've seen the same love and support on the streets of Denver and Aurora. We've seen the thousands of people, workers and families, streaming out into the streets and sidewalks to support our rallies, honking their horns and raising their fists to show that they are with us. We know they locked up our leaders in order to sow fear in our community, to discourage people like us from demanding justice, and to stop us from rising up together against oppression. But we're here today to show that's not going to happen. So for our people, we fight. For every oppressed person, we fight. For those who can't be here today, we fight. We fight together because we know we are stronger than any system that oppresses us. The police think their actions will fight this movement, but in reality, their repression will only breed resistance. And if there's anything that I know about this community, is that we can resist. We have shown time and time again that we are greater than our oppressors. They fear us and tremble at our unity. They fear our courage and they fear our power. Our power cannot be denied from us. It exists because we are unified from Aurora to Denver to Minneapolis to DC to Portland to Louisville and all around the world. They will never know what it's like to have this kind of solidarity. Comrades, we will dare to struggle. We will dare to fight. We will challenge fascism and racism at every turn. And we will dare to win. Now, I want to hear y'all say it. When I say power to the people, you say all power to the people. Power to the people.
All power to the people.
Power to the people.
All power to the people.
Power to the people.
All power to the people.
Thank you.
Give it up for Nate one more more time, y'all. Up next, we have Mary Newman, a civil rights attorney, and with her, we have Ms. Shaheen McClain, Elijah McClain's mom. So please, y'all, give it up one more time for these ladies.
Hello everyone, my name is Mari Newman. I'm a civil rights lawyer representing a lot of families who are impacted by law enforcement violence, including my friend and client, Ms. Shaheen McClain. And first and foremost, I want to say, you all know Shaheen has made a commitment that she is not going to speak until those who are responsible for murdering her son are prosecuted and imprisoned. And she stands for But I know I speak not just for the McClain family, but also for the legal team. When I thank all of you, when I thank every single peaceful protester who has come out, who has spoken out against police brutality, against tyranny, against racism, and in support of justice for Elijah McClain. You are making this movement happen, and you don't have to wonder about it. If it weren't such a big deal, if it weren't so important, they wouldn't be going after you. It is because of this protest movement that Colorado was able to pass the most comprehensive police reform bill in the entire country. I thank you for that. I thank Shaheen for that, for coming and speaking at the Colorado legislature, in front of the House, in front of the Senate, on these Capitol steps at her own peril. While she's got the haters hating on her, she is standing up for her rights, she is standing up for justice for her son, and she is standing up for all of our rights. And if it weren't for all of you, our Attorney General would not have the power and would not be doing a pattern and practice investigation on the brutal racism of the Aurora Police Department, but because of you they are. The Attorney General would not now be investigating to bring criminal charges and hopefully convict the killers of Elijah McClain. So I want to be very clear, both the family of Elijah McClain and his legal team support and stand up for the rights of all peaceful protesters, and we absolutely condemn the politicized, retaliatory arrests and charges that are being brought against peaceful, nonviolent protesters who are organizing to stand up for all of our rights. They are doing it to chill your First Amendment rights. There are police gathering around us as we speak. I understand that there are haters behind us who are trying to make people nervous. And I want to tell you, it's because what you're doing works, and keep on doing it. We will not be silent. We will not be silent. We will not be silent. Thank you very much.
Give it up one more time for Mari and Miss Shaheen, please. Okay, we have our final speaker. We have Miss Alicia Epps.
Good afternoon, y'all. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for abolition. I hope you agree. It's a beautiful day to be black. And to love on black people if you don't have the fortune of being black yourself. Well, point of personal privilege, my mother died when I was 9 and I'm available for adoption. Joining big sister. Y'all, it's hard to be out here. We've heard a lot of folks today have talked about fear and have said, messages that resonate, whether it's don't be scared or push through it. And I'm going to just confess, I'm terrified. My PTSD is off the charts, my anxiety. I'm feeling it, so I know some of you are feeling it too. And what I implore of you, if you are scared all the goddamn time, which I am, is to work anyway, okay? Is to come out here anyway, to do the work anyway, and to trust and know that we are the ones on the right side of history, okay? So it's hard to be out here, but it's even harder to be at home alone or to try and hide because your silence will not protect you. Y'all know that? Who taught us that? That's right. But your silence will not protect you. Our silence will not protect you. Last night or yesterday, a lot of folks lost someone who they considered a hero in their world, someone who was very important to them. And a lot of folks are talking right now about the implications of that loss, not just in terms of her as a person, but the implications for the court and for what happens next. Now, I would suggest that, will you raise your hand? They know who you are anyway. Elections matter, okay? I'm never going to tell you not to vote because these people right here, I'm pointing, elections matter. Elections matter. So yes, if you feel moved in your spirit to vote against fascism, do so. But I also, point you to the 17th Judicial District. If you're going to vote against fascism, who's going to protect you from the Democrats? Who's going to protect you from Dave Young, okay? Who's going to protect you from the moderate Democrat who's running to replace him? The answer, that's not rhetorical, a lot of my questions are, but that one's not the answer to who's going to protect you. It has to be you, right? It has to be us. A couple quick things I want to say, I feel you, is a word about defunding the police. Y'all, you've heard me say this, defunding the police is not a euphemism. We mean that shit literally. We mean take away their money. Because right now, her son is in a cage because Denver, with its copious resources, saw fit to use our cops, not ours, saw fit to use Denver's cops and Denver sheriffs to do the bidding of Adams County, to round folks up in their home, to do the bidding not just of Adams County, but of white supremacy. They don't need money to do that, okay? So we need to take that out of their budget. I'm not going to do the whole charge about abolition, but I encourage you, I feel you when you're calling for arrests and prosecution, because that is what we've seen. But just understand that an arrest cannot be the end of justice, okay? Because we can't defund it in the police if we're sending in the police to arrest the police we don't like. I'm an abolitionist, not a pacifist. But I encourage us to think even further about what justice looks like. Because justice, there's just two people in my mind, Elijah's parents, who get to tell us what justice looks like for him. But as a community, we have responsibility also to consider that justice looks like doing what she tells us. And it looks like also creating a world where what happened to her baby can't happen again. Okay? And your baby too. This space that we're at right now, and thank you, PSL. A word, by the way, for Eliza and for Lillian and for Joel. One of the opening speakers, maybe Jen, mentioned how we're out here for them. Those three folks are always out here for us, okay? So being out here today truly is the least we can do. Lillian's been out here before saying Elijah McClain's name before many of you ever heard it. So it's the least we can do. I'm thinking about this particular space in the Capitol steps because those of us who try to do the occasional work of trying to work within the system, right? We did the right things. I didn't get picked for AXO, but I went to a fancy law school, right? You did the things you're supposed to do. And what do we know? That none of that protects us. That playing the violin to kittens doesn't protect you, right? From your blackness. And that having married parents in the Springs who go to church 2-3 times a week, that doesn't protect you from this white supremacy, but we can protect each other. I mention again this space because as tough as it can be to work within the system, y'all, as someone who's been in the streets for a long time, take that home. One of it is someone who's been out here for a long time. It meant a lot to be out here and see all signs that said end qualified immunity, you dorks. To see signs that said like pass SB 217, because we know that when they work together and in concert, protest leads to policy and policy leads to appropriate protest, and that's how that cycle works. So my ask of you is that, I know some may disagree, I think the building looks good right now, but when we come back to the session in the spring, we're going to be making asks. Right now, what we've done with the help of folks like Mari Newman and our other collaborators, I saw representative here somewhere. Anyway, I saw representative here and here. When we pass that bill, though, understand that it ended qualified immunity only for police officers and sheriff's deputies, for peace officers. We need to end QI for all state actors, okay? So we're coming back for your state patrol and for prison guards and corrections officers. So that's the work. A few other things that I'm going to ask for, and I'm planting these seeds because I'm specifically calling upon our state legislators. Actually, I'm just giving them notice of what we're going to make them do because we hired them, right? We're going to end qualified immunity across the board. We're going to in the state of Colorado and beyond. We're also, it is far past time, because Ms. Wilson and Mr. Pazin don't want to do it, to outlaw the use of chemical weapons. Period. Right? And to outlaw the use of these things they call less lethal projectiles. I still have the scars on my back from May. We have to outlaw that. And when we come back asking you to help us do it, I hope you will. I want to mention this procedurally just because so many of you have been DMing and texting. For our folks who are in these cages, what Joel and Eliza and what Lillian are facing right now, there's no way, right, to minimize it, right? They're fighters. They're fighters. We say they're going to be okay, but we say that because that's what we have to speak that into existence, right? We don't know what's going to happen to them, but we're going to fight for them, and we're not going to let them go quietly into that good night that is that cage. As a practical matter, I want you to know that what Adams County does and what Denver sheriffs, sorry, Chief Diggins, but what they do regularly is they have 10 days. Once you've been picked up, Adams has Denver pick up their people, the 10 days that they have before they can get them before a judge. So when we come back to you in the spring asking for a 48-hour rule, that a 48-hour limit, it's a 48-hour limit on the time in which they can take to set bond, you're going to support us, right? So I'm an abolitionist with the Colorado Freedom Fund. We appreciate your donations, but we don't need them right now. We always need money, but we have the money right now to post their bond. The issue is that the state is sitting on their hands. It's not accidental that they do this right before a weekend. It's not accidental that they do this in the way they do. So just know that we are watching, all eyes are on them, and we will get them out as soon as we can. There's some not taking a plea. So let's take this all the way to trial. Couple of closing thoughts, y'all. I'm literally getting texts right now from people trying to get help with getting their folks out. My friend Keezy and Lindsay as well already walked you through a Shakur, and often we would end with that, and we won't today. But instead, having given you my charge, part of the charge is we want you to come back out. I know that my real lawyer friends have to say the phrase peaceful protesters, and I just want you to know I thank all the protesters, however you want to describe your activity, right? So the piece that I care about is self-defense is not violence, self-defense and defensive community is not violence. So part of your charge, you're still supposed to say that just like that. But so part of your charge is to come back and help us change these policies. Another part of your charge is, and here we're looking at the privileges that someone like Joel has. I knew a lot of things that you shared. I know he's funny, knew he was talented, but you look at, I was telling someone over there, as impressed as I am by him, once I heard you speak, I was a little less impressed because I'm like, well, I see where he gets it. He gets it natural, like it comes natural. So we thank you for raising a child who is active and engaged. And so my charge here is to use the privileges you have. So if you happen to be a cis man, you should be using all of your privileges to dismantle the privileges that are had by cis men. You understand that, right? And if you are Lillian House, have you met her? He has. So if you are a white woman, the charge to you is to be more like Lillian, right? And embody that, whether your space is working in the streets or in retail or in classrooms or in government, you're supposed to speak out. And you know, my voice is shaking extra because this isn't hypothetical, right? There are several of us here who know we are next, right? They sealed the indictments for a reason, right? We know we are next. And we expect you to turn the fuck out when they come for us, okay? But I want to close with the chant, and we did this back east and in the south, and we just don't practice together because it's Colorado, so in terms of the racial, this is just for black folks. This is just for black folks. So black folks, I need you to be loud and strong if your spirit moves you. White friends, you can send good vibes. And so the chant goes like this, if you know it. We just say, it's call and response, and it's a literal response on this one. So I say, I love being black. And you say, I love being black.
I love being black.
It's the color of my skin.
It's the color of my skin.
I love the skin that I'm in.
I love the skin that I'm in.
I said I love being black. I really love being black.
I really love being black.
I love the texture of my hair.
I love the texture of my hair.
I'm gonna rock it everywhere.
Gonna rock it everywhere.
Get louder a few times at the end because I love being black.
Because I love being black.
I said I love being black.
I said I love being black.
I really love being black.
I really love being
Are
black.
y'all ready to fight? Are y'all ready to work? Are you ready to march?
Give it up one more time for Elizabeth. Are y'all ready to march for our comrades? All this energy, I want it out there on the streets. I want to hear screaming, noise, everything from all y'all. We are lining up down there behind the banner. Everyone behind the banner, and let's get it popping.
I don't know if
Indigenous streets! Indigenous streets! Indigenous streets! Woo! Indigenous streets!
hit the like button, everybody. I dropped the battery.
Good karma right there.
I had to give you a good game. Good. Let's go do this, huh? I want this fence to come down today. I think if we march around it enough times, it might just magically disappear. Allegedly. Good timing. Good timing. Nice job. They're still on the other street block.
Police! No justice! No peace!
No
Police!
No hold it here. They're still on the other block.
Police! No peace! Police!
Yeah, we still out here, my friend.
No peace!
Let's go.
Good, man. How are you?
Not
Police! No peace!
They're still at the
Police!
trucks.
This racist system has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall! Brick by brick, wall by wall, this racist system has to fall! All Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, this racist system has to fall! All Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, this racist system has to fall! All Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, all Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, this racist system has to fall! All Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, this racist system has to fall! All Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, this racist system has to fall! All Jim Crow, new Jim Crow, this racist system has to fall! Drop the charges! 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 People don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop! Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop!
that share button, folks. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, WhatsApp, whatever it is. Get this video out there. We're live in Denver. You thought it was dead, and then they arrested people for hitting the streets. And now we are back live and on fire. Of course they are. Joey Camp's behind us. Oh, they just chased them off. Joey, the bitches? Okay. So he'll probably come this way. Today's 17, 19. Oh, we're in like 120s. Stay in the crowd. You're good. No, you're good.
No, you're good. No, keep on my address out there. Tell people they need to go to her house. I don't do that.
Yeah, we'll go to her house. And we'll defend it if we need to, but I'm sorry about that.
No, you good. No. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you staying on the inside. You can take it. Last time I had you on camera, the cop pushed you around.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Exactly. He's got a taste for it, folks. That's Anderson. You can come join us. You can come join us. Fuck the racist police. No peace. Fuck the racist police. No peace. Fuck the racist police. Let the cops stay. Fuck the cops stay. Fuck the police. Fight the power. Fuck the police. Having fun today. It's funny how the police reignited the movement by one swift action. It was almost like just smoldering ashes.
You gotta pressure. Where's your DPD?
My DPD issued press credentials. I give you my fucking constitution and call them defendants all goddamn day. Oh yeah, that's because my federal cases are being filed. We want justice. See you too. We want justice. 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 Justice for Elijah McClain. Jail the killer cops. Yeah! I'm joking. Pick it up. See, we fixed that shit. We ain't breaking nothing today.
Public property.
We don't need.
We don't need
Back up! All these racist ass cops!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the infamous Mari Newman, as always, talking compassionately with members of her community. We love you. Doesn't stop, folks. This is a huge, that's a big march. So what do you guys think? What does it make you think about these folks walking by handing out flyers?
No comment.
No comment. The shirt does say, "Don't be a cocksucker." Can I ask, what are you thinking right now? Yeah, from here? Where you from? Fort Worth, Texas. Is Denver showing up?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Enjoy your time. Get off the mall. It's so much better than the rapist, sexual abuse culture that is promoted on the 16th Street Mall by these businesses who actually made it illegal to sleep under a camera and be safe from sexual assault. No lies. It's our 8-year battle. The Mercury Cafe. Check it out. It's amazing. The Mercury Cafe. You can watch it all live on Cut The Plastic right now. YouTube. Hey, I love you.
I love you.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Thank
I
you.
was thinking about you last night.
Thank you.
I'm glad to see you here today.
Shabbat shalom. It is a Sabbath.
Indeed.
Hallelujah.
Harvest. Give us our harvest, folks. I'll see you later. Did you? Cops, we don't need them, need them. I love you. Thank you. share this yet, folks? Tell the world Denver's marching. You can watch it live on Cut The Plastic.
Fuck the pigs! Fuck the pigs! Fuck PPD! Fuck PPD! Fuck PPD! Fuck PPD! Fuck PPD! Fuck PPD! Fuck! Drop the charges!
Drop the charges!
Charges, we won't stop fighting! Drop the 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 charges.
This is the precursor. This is the block beforehand, and the blocks are 2 blocks beforehand. The cops are nowhere to be seen. The cops are another block away over there. This is the precursor party here, and this is the main body of the protest. Let's go that way. I'm good. How you doing? Good to see you.
What do we want? Justice!
There's SWAT rolling on the other side. Do you smell the urine in this city? There is a valid reason for more public toilets. So what do you think? You got held up by the cops, and now there's a protest going through. Such is life. Did you hear about the people who were arrested for protesting the failure for police to do anything about Elijah McClain? You had not. Heard a lot. Well, you're on the street. So, what happened recently is that that bad. I'm gonna take some of the sidewalk. They don't get no peace. They don't get no peace. Hold the line, turn them. They don't get no justice. They don't get no peace. Yeah, we don't get no justice. They don't get no peace. I said it, so don't get no justice. They don't get no peace. And they like us don't get justice. They don't get no peace. Yeah, they don't get no justice. They don't get no peace. And they like us don't get justice. They don't get no peace. They're scrambling at the sheriff's department to tighten it up, fence it up. No, that's they're afraid to let us even take the plaza anymore. Justice!
fucking cuck! Quit your job, loser! Quit your job!
You're pathetic!
That one doesn't have a body camera. Oh, there it is. It's on the side next to the canister.
Fuck you! You fucking fascist! What's your thing on the train for, motherfucker? All cops are bastards!
Don't call tree service, because you're a fucking Nazi, and no one loves you! No one loves you! No one will ever love you! They killed Antonio Blackbear! Shot him dead in the fucking head! You shot him in the head! You're such a Christian!
Your children are ashamed of you! They have nightmares at night! Doing what their daddies are doing! When was the last time you beat your wife, McClain? When was the last time you raped your sex like that?
Stop looking at me. You're not the trigger, everybody.
Coward!
Yeah.
I'm afraid of us! Baby! When did you stop talking to me?
Right?
Yes.
Look, they put cages around the animals!
Actually, go home and treat your wife. Fucking husband of male or female cheating or some police officer. Do your fucking research, you slave enforcer. You're a fucking Nazi. What about Paul Castaway's cousin?
Yeah, you heard me. Wait, Peter! That's where we're leaving!
I love you!
You love me, not them.
I love you!
Yeah, make sure.
And see, I was yelling this way at all these people. Sometimes we have to have a little positive reinforcement.
I'm back, man! Slow down, tighten up!
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 Slow down, tighten up! Slow down, tighten up!
down, tighten up.
Who got the power?
They're yelling, slow down, tighten up behind you.
Slow down, tighten up. Slow down, tighten up. Slow down, tighten up. Slow down, tighten up.
Okay, they got it.
Slow down, tighten up. Slow
Go
down,
stop.
tighten up.
Can I have one of those, please? And by the way, hello, I love you.
I went to fucking.
It's okay, it's okay. I just want one. Here. So this one, I just want one to take pictures of.
Yes, please. No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist
Hear about this
system.
yet? Take a picture.
No good cops in a racist system. No good cops in a racist system.
Here.
No good cops in a racist system.
Did you hear about this yet?
No good cops in a racist system.
Take a picture if you haven't.
This racist system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Wall by wall,
This racist system has to fall.
wall by wall,
This is not marching pace.
system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall. Wall by wall, this racist system has to fall.
$5 million a year in Denver right now for fences. I know, don't they just look it? They look like they want to butt plug somebody.
You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Look, it's Darth Vader. Time for this shit. It's Saturday. Where's my bear mates? Fuck you. 'em. I thought it was funny as fuck. Mask on that you gotta watch out for. You fucking bitches! Darth Vader? You fucking clown ass hoes!
Everybody hates you. You hate yourself, even.
Oh my god, I just saw this. Kidnap more cops. Solidarity with the kidnappers. I mean, let's go surround the building. If we surround the building, then we'll be kidnapped.
lights on. I just think we should surround the building. All the way around it. One line all the way around the building and we can kidnap a whole lot of different people.
Justice for women is justice for all. Justice for women is justice for all. What side are you on? 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 Justice for youth is justice for all. Justice for youth is justice for all. This is a revolution. It is a revolution. I'm one of the so-called Real Six. I was also arrested on Thursday morning in Washington Park. I was released. I was given a bond. They charged me with inciting a riot. I was not charged with kidnapping of bogus ass, trumped up charge, pun intended. Fuck Donald Trump. Can I get a fuck Donald Trump? Fuck Donald Trump. 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 Which side are you on? 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 Justice for Brown is justice for all. Justice for Brown is justice for all. Which side are you on? 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 Justice for Joel is justice for all. Justice for Joel is justice for all. Which side are you on? 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 Justice for Lillian is... That's gonna be too hard to say. We need justice for Lillian, damn it. We need to get our comrades out. We need to get Eliza out. We need to get Joel out. They are political prisoners. Make no mistake. This is political. Let me tell you why. I'm eating candy because eating is sorry. Listen, we have been fucking around all summer. Okay? And when I don't mean physically breaking things, yes, things got broken, which I don't give a fuck about. We have been embarrassing the Aurora City all summer and DPD. You know why? Because they fucking suck. They're murderers. Because the people are tired of them. They have been embarrassed internationally. These charges that they trumped up on us are politically motivated because that's all they have. They don't have the people. Here's the people right here. They are afraid of Lillian. They are afraid of Joel. Yeah. They're afraid of Eliza. Yeah. Look at PSL. Look at FBRA. Look at this. Yeah. Our streets. 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 Time's up, APD. Time's up, APD. Time's up, APD. Time's up, APD. Time's up, DPD. 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 We are going to keep protesting. Yeah. We are going to keep marching. Yeah. fucking career choice. Just because you pick a career choice doesn't give you the right to murder. Doesn't give you the right to maim. It doesn't give you the right to hurt us. Keep your fucking hands off of us, APD. Keep your hands off of our children. Keep your hands off of our mothers. Keep your hands off of our daughters. Keep your hands off of our sons. Keep your hands off of us. Stop hurting us. We're gonna fight. I don't give a fuck about these buildings. I didn't break one. Joe didn't break one. Lillian did it. Eliza did it. Neither did Trey. But I tell you what, though, I don't give a fuck about a building. I care about Elijah, McClain, Jenny, Justin. That's what I give a fuck about. You think I give a fuck about a courthouse? You think I give a fuck about a fucking Aurora Municipal Center? Fuck that municipal center. Am I inciting the riot?
No. Let's hope so.
Do I deserve life in prison for what I'm saying? No. I'm George Brockler. I'm Dave Young, you murderer, you piece of shit.
Hell yeah.
We want those officers charged. The message has not changed. We want these officers charged for murdering our brothers and our sisters, our mothers, our daughters, our sons, our fathers. We want them charged. Or else we're gonna keep coming. Then it might really be a fucking riot. Oh, did I fuck up again? I'm facing charges. I don't care. I am not afraid. Alright? I am not scared. The black is strong. Black is beautiful. Black is intelligent. Black is proud. Brian's telling me to wrap it up. Let's wrap it up with this. Time's up, DPD.
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 One more time. Time's up, DPD.
Time's up, DPD.
Comrades, in closing, we need to love each other. We need to come together. We need to practice unity. Even in disagreement, there's a proper way to disagree without tearing us down, without tearing each other down, without hurting one another. They are organized. They are not arguing. We need solidarity. Alright? God bless y'all. Get some right fist in the air. God bless. Free the comrades. Let's get it loud. Free the comrades.
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 Love y'all. God bless. Peace.
Now give a warm welcome to Ryan, a comrade of Party for Socialism and Liberation.
Hey everyone. I have statements from the people inside. But the first thing I want to say is these comrades inside, Lily and Joel and Eliza, they're some of the strongest, they're some of the kindest, they're some of the most clear-headed people I know. They're the most dedicated to this struggle. They're the most dedicated to this struggle. They put their own freedom on the line. They put their own lives on the line for this struggle. And that's why they got locked up, not because of these charges. These charges are a lie. This first statement's from Joel. He says, keep fighting. He says, stay militant. He says, stay disciplined. And he says that this isn't just about us. It's not just about them and there. It's about all political prisoners. Free all political prisoners. This statement's from Lillian. She says, we won't be intimidated out of the struggle. She says, this is so much bigger than us, and it's so much bigger than any us. She says we will keep fighting. This last statement's from Eliza. She says these walls are thick, but knowing that you support us, that you're all out there, that keeps us going. She says this is temporary, that these cages are temporary, and we'll keep fighting against this system until it falls.
What's up, y'all? My name's Mina with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Here we are at the Denver County Jail, where the leaders Lillian, Eliza, and Joel remain behind bars for crimes they did not commit. Though our friends and comrades have been unjustly arrested in disgustingly intimidating ways, we are not afraid and we will continue to fight. At this point, we quite literally have nothing to lose but our chains. Lillian, Joel, and Eliza are some of the most empowering, selfless, and rational people that I know. Not to mention they are dedicated and willing to sacrifice so much.
That's right.
I continue to be moved by the planning and organization and the energy that they bring to every single protest, that they bring to the entire fucking movement. They take the struggle for liberation, Black lives, and freedom more serious than they take their own freedom and their own lives. They are passionately dedicated to fighting for what's right, and that is why they are arrested. So DPD, miss me with those bullshit charges. Honestly, these charges are so outrageous. Not only is it an obvious frame-up, but it almost seems like they hurt your feelings, DPD. I will admit that these three are some badass motherfuckers who exposed our DPD and APD officers for the slave-catching, immoral swine that they are. But that's already been done by our pigs in blue, who continue to oppress the people y'all were sworn to protect. To that. You tear-gas children terrorized your citizens with rubber bullets and pepper pellets and showed your ass in the heat of controversy. That we will never forget. I thought Lillian embarrassed Chief Wilson enough after their very memorable phone call. But the fact that Chief Wilson still employs Elijah's killers is not only embarrassing, but monstrous. It is ludicrous.
So you've got to see. Well, this protest is occurring.
Who gives a damn if there's traffic? While others have jobs, while others have kids, while others have things. Let me speak. We're men to men, one at a time. Why are these people being arrested when they go out on nighttime?
It's a weekend, and you got all these people traveling, trying to get from A to Z, from A to B, on the way home, on the way to work. They have a right to.
And they have a right to turn around.
They have a right to get home.
Yeah, I'm not. There's plenty of ways.
Construction time.
It's the same as the construction time. Hey, everybody! If we're gonna have a dialogue, one fucking person's gonna talk at a time. Say it's construction. They'll wait 7 minutes for the construction, but they're not gonna wait 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Then what is the issue? I've been watching. Wait. So, all of the people who are feeling the rage in autonomy, okay? One radical person means the same thing as fitting the description as y'all as Nazis. So if you're gonna dispose that whole crowd is a violent, rioting crowd for one person who might not know anybody there, who might not even live in this town, I pay fucking taxes in this town, okay? So you cannot dehumanize us by one person. It is when you move in and you bring up the statues and say, hey, disperse and get out of this street. It is my constitutional right. Have you ever seen me harass anyone? No, me.
No, not you, but I've seen it happen several times.
Right.
So you're generalizing all of them?
This is nothing like any other protest, sir. You need to understand one thing. Wait a second. This is nothing of a protest that everybody wants to think. This is not a movement. This is the black liberation. Okay? This has all started because cops are okay killing people. You should be as upset as we are. I want to see you hold them accountable. My question and my statement to you. Hey, dialogue. Because one day you're not going to have that suit. Okay? One day we're going to have an actual force that protects people and withholds our constitutional rights. Sir. Bro, I'm a fucking... Hold on. Everybody quiet. Sir, I'm an Eagle Scout. Everybody. I am an official Boy Scout. It takes more to be an Eagle Scout. Shut the fuck up. It takes more to be a Boy Scout than it does to be a cop. Dude, okay, what does it take to be a cop? Okay, 1,000 hours, that's maybe a quarter of what it took me to be an Eagle Scout. It takes a GED. It takes a GED and a driver's license for you, and then you go into training and you get a gun. Why are cops able to shoot people? We gave you tasers. We gave you cameras. Fucking punk.
Black lives, tighten up!
Those sirens are whack as fuck. Yo, it's so unnecessary.
And that's why I need you to support Ken.
Black lives, tighten up.
Hey, go find yourself. Make fun of your sirens.
But if they will get killed themselves.
Tighten up. Tighten up, folks! Black lives, tighten up! Tighten up!
Mama, move it, tighten up!
Black lives, tighten up!
Tighten up, let's follow Constitution.
Let's keep it moving, everybody! They'll find a bonus time!
Nice button.
Hey, you know the STAR program?
Yes.
That right? One of us asked him about he had no idea what it was.
Yeah, Lucero, that Lucero's a little bit of a dipshit. He's not as educated as the other Lucero.
Like, you're literally sitting there defending every single thing and saying your department is ethical.
Lucero's
But
been in
yet
the
you
fucking
don't even
gang.
know ethics policy.
Lucero's been in the gang. He's 0751 or some shit like that. He's been in this thing for 13 fucking years. It's his badge number, right? So he's been doing this for 13 years. He's a gang member now. You cannot make reason. You gotta look for the last 2 years. Those are the ones whose hearts get broken.
Right. They aren't fully indoctrinated now.
I'm enjoying a wild day. How are you?
I bet you are. Me too.
Yes, I'm happy to be out of the streets losing weight again.
I bet so.
right, let's add it. Good job.
Yeah, we can't tell them to slow down.
Sorry.
This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like.
Like the power of people, because the power of people don't know.
Ain't no power like the power of people, the power of people.
There's a whole slew of kids coming.
We got the power.
Thanks for your work, man. I watch you a lot of nights and I can't be out here.
Well, we'll see how long it's managed. Tomorrow we got breakfast, there's the ice, there's the area campus, and then there's GA.
It's amazing. I can go on any given night and see what's up. So thank you for doing that. I did that back in Occupy, so I know what the work is, because I put in like 60 or 70 nights down here in October.
Yeah, exactly.
So it means a lot.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Look at these kids! Then they don't get no peace.
Trump's got the ideas of Hitler. I told the people too many times, same thing on the office. People who come to the buses, I told them they won't take him out of the office. They say, yeah, they will take him out. No. And he's going to tear down the White House.
I don't know why we're not walking around these fences. They might magically fall down.
We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice.
Are you aware of the ballot issue? You should vote no on there for that. Yeah, no, thank you.
They don't get no peace. If the elections don't get justice, they don't get no peace. If William don't get justice, they don't get no peace. That if they don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. That if they don't get no justice, they don't get no peace. Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people!
Not for protesting! Get your ass out of here! When they said they was bringing rifles, who you thought brought those? Nigga, you didn't show it?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you, whoever said that. Thank you, police. He is tough.
No, he's not.
Why you just busting up?
He's been marching with us.
What is he doing now?
Marching.
Wasn't we just trying to get shit down 3 weeks ago? So what we gonna do now? Go tear down now? We got enough people. But do what? Get shot? I get shot anyway. Nigga, get away from me, homie.
Take the fence down. That's the call. Turn this fucking fence down. That's what some people want to do, and other people do not want to.
I said, who street? Our street. Who street? Our street. It's Black Lives
not the police.
What do we do?
Come to my tent.
What do we do?
Come to my tent and hang out with me.
When comrades
Come on.
are
Come to my
under
tent.
attack, what do we do? What do we do?
Fucking my house with no mask on.
Under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
No justice, no peace.
We was all trying to tear the damn the damn bench down a couple weeks ago. Where the fuck is that shit at now?
I know, I want it too. But if they're not willing to do it, we gotta
Where's
just.
she at now? Now that we got 1,000 motherfuckers out here.
I know.
Sit down now.
I know.
I'm not yelling at you, Brian.
I'm ready to get arrested for it.
I'm not ready to
Let's go
get
take a
arrested.
fucking fence down.
And what the fuck we was trying to do? 2 weeks ago?
Tear a fucking fence down.
It would be nice. You don't need it.
I'm sure got the numbers now. Nigga said I'm the police. I'm the police. Me?
Oh, wait, so is it you?
Me?
I don't know how to
Nigga, you read the thing, right? You read the report where they got arrested, right?
Yeah.
They said they wanted some motherfuckers who brought rifles to the event. Who you think that was?
Oh, when he almost hit us?
Yeah. I only got him, but. Oh, wait, are you talking about on Labor Day weekend?
Yeah.
All right, John, we have a speaker coming up. Y'all know Miss Lindsay. Come on, give her a round of applause. Yo, we did that shit.
All right, hey, media, can we form a good circle?
Y'all, be proud of yourselves.
Because I love you all.
Every time we stand up, and every time we stand back,
It's okay.
we step up and fight back, it makes a difference, y'all. We're tired, we're hungry, we need some water, but we were here with the people. Don't forget that these people who are arrested are always here in the crowd with the people. There's too much stuff going on in the system for us to ever separate. Solidarity is a must. Solidarity is a must. Just because I didn't speak your name today doesn't mean I'm not fighting for you. Just because I don't know the list of the people who are arrested verbatim doesn't mean I'm not fighting for them. Just because you're from a different organization does not mean I'm not fighting for you.
Yeah.
We are here with the people. We are here with the people. We are here with the people. I just wanted to say that real quick, y'all. I love y'all. And thank you guys for hosting. You guys, you're amazing. You show up. When we were there in the first days, guess what? PSL was there. When there was only 20 people yelling Elijah McClain's name, guess what? PSL was there. Woo! Yeah, we shut down city council that day. Woo! So y'all, you know, Surge was there. There was other groups that were there. I don't remember who were there. But we appreciate you guys fighting for Elijah, standing up for Elijah, arrest the killer cops that killed Elijah and free our comrades. Give her a round of applause, y'all. Give her a round of applause. Does anyone know Lisa M. Donlon? We found her bank card in the street. She can go to the medic table. Yeah, if anyone knows Lisa M. Donlon, we have your card. All right, y'all, so we have our speaker, our comrade Satya from the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Give her a round of applause, please.
Free them all! Drop the charges!
Drop the charges!
Free them all!
Free them all!
Drop the charges!
Drop the charges!
Free them all!
Free them all!
Drop the charges!
Drop the charges!
Woo! Hello everybody, my name is Satya. I'm
I'm with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I'm an organizer from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I came here to Denver yesterday with a lot of other organizers from New Mexico, from Texas, from Utah. There's organizers from across the country who came out to Denver, Aurora. Well, the minute they heard about the news of anti-racist activists unjustly being arrested by Denver police agencies. The movement that all of you have built here in Denver, Aurora, the movement against racist police terror, the movement seeking justice for Elijah McClain, the movement for Black Lives, the movement for justice. This movement has captured the attention of people all across the nation and the world. That's right. You've been a real inspiration, not just to us in Albuquerque, but a real inspiration for millions of people all across this country and all across the world. Which is why we've been receiving international solidarity for the anti-racist movement in Denver. The movement that you all have built here in Denver, Aurora has been effective in revealing the crimes of the Denver and Aurora police departments to the entire country. It's been effective in bringing thousands of people into the streets who've stood united, who've become a force for justice to reckon with. And as all the organizers and people from the community who have spoken here today have said, the vicious, coordinated attack and unjustified arrest on leaders within the movement is by no means accidental. This is a reaction by the Denver police agencies who are terrified of the militant mass movement that they've been seeing in the streets since May. And they're terrified of this movement getting bigger and growing stronger. They're terrified that they will be pressured by this movement to charge, prosecute, and indict those killer cops. Is racism only a problem for Denver, Aurora? No. Is white supremacy only a problem for Denver and Aurora? No. This is not a local problem. This movement is national. The fight back is national. So the repression to the People's Rebellion across the country has also been national. We have been seeing so-called blue states, the administrations of so-called blue states, red states, whatever you want to call it, Democratic Party control, Republican Party control, all of them have equally been attacking, waging a vicious attack on the movement in those cities. So Albuquerque to Denver to Georgia to New York, we're all in this fight together. The problem isn't just police terror, but the problem is violence and poverty. That's a problem that we face every single day. The violence of lack of health care, the violence of lack of education, the violence of lack of jobs. And rightfully, people are rising up against this racist, criminal, unjust system across the country. We are the real resistance. It's not the Democratic Party. We are the resistance. And the resistance of the people is always met with repression. That's a fact. Anytime we look back in history, that's been the fact. And that's why we need an organization. We need to get organized. We need organizations that can resist and push back against the state's repression, the repression of the police, We need national organizations. We need a united movement. And we need to build international solidarity. We need to... It's important to build an organization because we have to have the ability to respond quickly. We have to have the ability to mobilize our resources quickly in a coordinated way in order for us to be effective. And that's exactly what we've done here today. Now the enemy, those who we are fighting against, they are organized. They have their own organizations. And we need to be just as organized, if not more. And we need to have our own organizations. But what type of organization? What type of organization are we talking about here? Now, more and more people across the country, they're coming to a conclusion. As Malcolm X once said, you cannot have capitalism without racism. Which then means that we need something different. We need a different type of political and economic system, and that system is socialism. We're not afraid to say it. Socialism. I'm a socialist. Many people here are socialists. Now, capitalism, the system that we live under, is a system of cutthroat competition and wealth hoarding. There's no democracy. We have no fucking say in how anything runs in this society. What we need is a system of cooperation, collaboration, collectivity, sharing, and planning to meet every single person's needs. It requires a system of unity and solidarity, and that's the kind of solidarity that we're seeing right here today. So we're building a movement against police brutality, against capitalism, but also for socialism. I joined the Party for Socialism and Liberation 3 years ago. I made the decision to join a revolutionary socialist party because this is not a party of professional politicians who sell the people out every single day behind closed doors. No, we are a party of professional revolutionaries. We're a party of fighters that's in the streets every day. We're a party of fighters who's organizing community programs during the pandemic. So I'm here to say to you today, if you want to get involved, join the PSL. We have a crew right over there. I think they're right there with a clipboard. If today you decide, I'm a socialist, I want to, be a long-time organizer, I want to organize every single day, I said, I really recommend you go up to this young woman right here and sign up right now, today, and become an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. And lastly, I'll just say, we're not afraid, we're not scared, we're gonna come out once again. In fact, next Saturday at noon, there's going to be another protest right here. And we invite all of you to come back out once again and bring 5 people with you next time. We're going to fight back harder. We're going to get more organized. We're going to become more effective by building an even stronger organization. And we're not going to leave anyone behind. We are going to free our comrades. We are going to free the anti-racist activists who've been unjustly arrested. We must continue to fight for their freedom and the freedom of all political prisoners. Free them all! Free them all! Drop the charges! Drop the charges! Drop the charges! Woo!
Thank you, Satya! All right, y'all, that concludes the march. We want to say thank you for
for showing up, giving that energy, stopping for all of our friends who are locked up inside. This is a party that doesn't stop. It's 365. Keep going. Follow us on social media for all our future events. Support. Talk to our comrades if you want to get in join. And thank y'all.
Yeah.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
Last week, DPD killed 3 people, including Antonio Blackman. And less than 100 people at that protest. We need to stay in the streets. Even when the party doesn't tell us to. There's a GA tomorrow. A General Assembly. For horizontal organization. It's at 6 p.m. at Bahama Park. Tomorrow. We need to stay in the streets every day. They're still killing people. They're still locking people up. Some of those people aren't part of the national party. Solidarity with all. Solidarity forever.
Come to the GEO Detention Center tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Abolish ICE.
Yeah.
Come to Aurora GEO Detention Center tomorrow at 1 o'clock with Abolish ICE. I'll be right back. Oh wait, it looks like they got one.
Jay went home and said he was going home.
I'm sure they do. They arrested them and they watched what happened. And they watched what the response of the organization that they fought. Oh, I wonder I hope so. One of the ladies that she knows, especially 2 minutes. What was y'all's expectation about for a variety of reasons, because I know even now I haven't seen you all day. There we go.
Hey, is it okay if I just back off? Awesome. We got like 3 people.
Awesome.
So, yeah, I haven't seen him.
Are they on here?
Yeah, I put them in the just the backside of this one because I looked over in case someone walked over. Yeah, and I just put this. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for now. My name's Sarah, by the way.
Chris.
Chris. Awesome.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other next Saturday.
Yeah, I'll see you next Saturday. We can get it.
Well, I think protest. Saturday at noon.
Yeah, like also meetings.
Oh, I'm in Albuquerque.
Yeah, like online. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing it. I'm assuming there might be some sort of online gatherings. I don't know. But I think, yeah, at the very least, I'll see you on Saturday.
Don't stop.
Well, folks, lots of people still hanging out. Too bad we shut down too early. We could have tore that fence down today. That would have been a nice activity. I'm just reminiscing about life before we spent $5 million a year on fencing.
Fucking A. Yeah, I know. There's still quite a few people hanging out, so I think I'm going to stick around for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to go offline and see if things just organically pop up. But, you know, I know the Denver police are watching, and so I know. I just want them to know that I have not been charged with inciting a riot yet. And if you are watching live, you know, you might have been with us in Aurora when I called for people to come to the jail and surround it and occupy the space. I might be due for a felony charge as well. So you think about that, and if you want to call and file such complaints, you have the capacity to do such. Of course, if I am arrested for kidnapping it will just make a greater mockery the arrests of kidnapping, which we definitely believe in. So I'm gonna go yell at the fence for a while, maybe. That just might be my thing to do for a second. But we'll do that on a different feed. Talk to y'all later. Bye.